This man is somebody who's been dedicated, committed to his work over the years. We watched his evolution as being someone who was on the come up, who loved and who was passionate about the culture and wanted to document it properly. And we watched this man talk to artists that nobody knew and watch those artists become people that everybody knew.
Yep.
He developed and matured and morphed into his own style. We see him often doing his own series, right, Tracy?
That's absolutely correct.
Goes over track by track with people in their new projects and their albums. Last one I watched him do it was with Mano and Jim Jones. He and I actually got a chance to share the seats, and I got a chance to watch him work when we paid tribute to the one and only DJ K. Slay, the legendary K. Slay. We say his name, you applaud.
Woo!
One of the things I enjoy about this man, we've had many conversations over the years. He's a man who walks with some humility. He's not afraid to sit and ask you for information. Ask you and tap into your resources and see how his could benefit you and you could benefit him. He's always been a man of the people, solid person. So when he told me he was involved in this movement, I said, of course you are. There's an incredible movement happening right now with black men who jump on bicycles and wear tight shorts.
Don't start hating now, Sway.
Wow, when you say it like that.
You know, exactly. You started off so strong.
Exactly.
And the hate pulled up.
We jumping right in. Okay.
Right. and today we're going to talk about some of the amazing things they're doing. What I love about it is I got a Peloton at home. I'm not a guy, I grew up running track. I don't like running as much as I do riding bikes. During the quarantine, if it wasn't for the bike I own, Rich Nice and I will probably be 30 or 40 pounds heavier. And I'll be panting on this mic right now. So through bike riding, I was able to utilize that as therapy as well as keep my mind, my body, and my physical intact. Turns out that Gray Rizzy, who's here with us today, big round of applause, and brought Chad with him, Chad Bennett, and Chris Harvell with him.
What up?
They are all here.
Hey!
Welcome them to the show, the Black Watts
Thank you.
Cycling
Bike crew?
Bike Crew.
We done turned into a gang. All right.
It all works.
It all works out.
Thank you guys for having us. Thank
Absolutely.
you so much for having us.
So if you
Thank
ride bikes, any cyclist, call up right now, 888-742-3345. It's a whole world for you. Gray Rizzy, what is this? How did this start?
All right, so I think the guys they tell this story fabulously, man, and really really great. But what it came down to is that, like everybody else in 2020, the world came to a halt, a stop, and there was a lot of things going on that were negative. You know, we were losing friends, we were losing family, people were losing their jobs, and in a lot of ways, we had to find a way mentally to stay above water, you know what I'm saying? Stay above board. And I remember my wife being really adamant about cycling, or at least this was spinning early on.
Spinning,
and there was a lot of shit I was saying, fuck out of here too.
Of course.
And it was when I took it very seriously. I think we were out of work. We were away from our studio for about week 2, and I started to see basketball rims come down in different neighborhoods. And I said, man, I gotta find something. And these two brothers to my left, especially Chad over here, there was a bike ride that we had did, and it was one of those. It was like a puff moment, Tracy. It was one of those. Shit, we should do this every weekend. Yeah. And I remember we had this first Father's Day ride, and I think that's when that initial thought came. We really can build off of this community. And I want to say that we've never looked back since. There's a group of men that was a part of that, brothers, and but I got to really applaud these two gentlemen to the left of me and to the right, depending on where you're looking, with Chad and Chris and our other brother, Akil, who's not here right now, but he was on my show last night because I wanted to make sure I heard his voice, and all of our listeners got to hear that as well. They turned this into something they elevated the visibility of it, and they made it real. It wasn't an idea anymore. And we got on these bikes, and people were doing miles, and that 5 miles where he was like, damn, this is 5 miles, that turned into 10, and 10 turned into 20, 20 turned into 50, and next thing you know, it was a movement. And there's so many different movements that are going on around the country. But we have something that's really big that's going on this weekend, and it all started from, this one thought, all of these guys getting together, and I'm just happy to be with these guys and be able to spread the good word of Black Watts, the great gospel of Black Watts, what we're doing on bikes.
Black Watts. If people want to join Black Watts or to find more information, you could go to
blackwatts.cc.
Blackwatts, WATTS
.cc.
.cc.
That's correct.
Blackwatts.cc. Chris, let me ask you this: what have been the benefits of cycling?
Wow, that's like saying, what is life?
Okay, all right.
It gets deep.
It actually does, right? Like, so cycling really is a reflection of life in many ways, right? Like, you know how some days you just have tough days. You wake up and feel like today is not the day.
Yeah.
And some days you feel like I just don't have it.
Yeah.
Other days you wake up like, let's go. I'm ready for it all. It doesn't matter what comes, who brings it. I'm here for it all. Cycling encompasses all of that. So whether it's, you're getting on your bike and you're going by yourself, just want to spin my legs, release some stress, get out in the world, see some birds and bees and trees and that sort of thing. Or you feel like I want to challenge myself and I want to ride fast, or I want to ride up a hill, or, anything of that nature. Like, cycling presents itself with a myriad of challenges, and really it's about spinning your legs and continuing and not stopping. And to me, it mirrors life in that same way, which is about persistence, consistency, and perseverance.
Yes.
It's just one of those things where once your leg starts moving, you don't want them to stop, because you don't want to be the person to get off on the hill, because the hill never changes, just like life, right?
Yeah.
The hill is still going to be there, whether you're going up in the car race
Yep.
or you're walking, right?
Yep.
Like, so it's the same thing. What you learn to do is you learn to adjust, whether it's your gearing or what have you. But yeah.
Chris, well said.
Yeah.
This is called Black Watts, but are all men, Chad, able to join this cycling crew
Yes.
of all walks of life?
Absolutely. It's no different than the Black Lives Matter movement. Like, as long as you believe in the mission and the goals that we've set out to do, whether it's on or off the bike, then absolutely you can join Black Watts.
Okay. So Tone could join.
Absolutely.
Tracy can join.
Tracy could join.
Listen.
Men or
Women.
women.
It's not
just men.
It's not just men.
Well, hold up. Women were always into spinning for quite a long time, I
Yes.
think, before a lot of men were
Absolutely.
involved. Whether it was called spinning, biking, or cycling, whether it's indoors or outdoors. And both you, Chris, and Gray Rizzy touched on, and Chad as well, but touching on the mental benefits. Like, I remember a few years ago picking up a New York Post and seeing what was the number one mode of transportation that increased the mental health of workers, and it was biking. And I told Sway when we were coming back into the studio, post quarantine, that I wanted to switch up my route here, and so I jump on a city bike.
That's what's up.
And
That's
I
what's
go
up.
and I go to the
That's
to the
cool.
train and I drop it off at the train. And so I'm wondering, why do you guys think that for so many men? Gray, you touched on this when you were speaking on your wife and her advocacy of spinning and biking. Why do you think some men initially are like, I don't know if it's for me? I have my theories, but I want to hear from you.
I know.
I mean,
Sway just said
Sway
it.
just said it.
The tights.
The tights.
And the
the
seats, the seats hurt.
Yeah. So, I mean, some of it, I mean,
Have any adjustments been made?
No, but really, I mean,
hurt,
culturally speaking, right?
Yeah.
Like, cycling tends to be for, when you see it the way that it's presented right now, small, like really, really small men. In some instances, they look like jockeys, like, racing jockeys,
Yeah.
right? And also they're wearing this tight stuff all around.
Tight
You know what
stuff.
I mean? Like, it's just tight stuff, right?
Yeah.
And traditionally in our culture, that's not what we do.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I was born in the 70s, so shout out to my age, everybody out there that's over 45.
Come on,
What's up,
baby. We
y'all?
doing
Great.
it, baby. You looking good, too. I see you.
Yeah.
Black
you know what I
don't
mean?
crack.
But- right.
I know you,
You
get
know,
tired
but-
around 5, though.
Word.
Naps are vital, baby. Naps are vital.
Not around 5.
Yeah, around 5.
But the Lycra, right? Like, the Lycra is something that's a challenge. And I think all of
Yeah.
us went through that, right? Like, we talked
Absolutely.
about, like, I mean, on that first ride, folks had on basketball shorts.
Yeah.
Right?
What's really the difference, though? Like, what is the support that you're getting from the tights?
Well, it's a number of things, right? So the tights aren't.
I don't.
just the
Wait,
tights.
hold. Can we not say tights? This is a kit. This is a kit. I'm still a little scarred. All right? It takes a little bit. It's a kit. It's a kit. It's a. Explain a kit real quick.
And so the kit comes in two
Got me
parts.
out here sounding like a superhero.
Right.
So.
You have a jersey.
Yes,
And then
yes.
you have bibs.
Okay.
That's
yup.
what they're called, right? Sometimes the bibs can just be shorts, which look like tights, but they really have straps and they support you in your midsection and in your lower back, and they also provide support around your thighs and your hamstrings and that sort of thing, and it keeps your
Okay.
genitalia all in place and all that kind of stuff. But really, the biggest thing is what they have, and it's something called a chamois or a chamois. or just a pad, right?
Sway, this is for you. This info was for you.
Okay, good.
So-
I'm taking notes here.
Yep.
So that helps Sway with that seat pain.
Okay.
Yes, because you have a pad there that kind of helps
That's
you.
good to know.
Yeah.
Do they make those for Pelotons too?
They absolutely
They do.
And
That's
here,
what I need.
but Sway,
Birthday
but
coming up.
But guess what? Sway? That seat you have may not be the best seat for you.
I think it's not. It's the one
It's-
they gave me.
Yeah. it's
Right,
not
you
the
got to
best.
think about it like shoes. You can't just put on any pair of shoes. You got to find your right size. You got to find the right quality
Yeah.
of leather or material that works with your foot. The same thing happens on the bicycle.
And even the design of the bicycle, now that I think about it, could be based on a particular gender or even race. You know what I mean? As like the model for how you design those seats.
And
Yeah,
that's something that that Chad pointed out to me, and Chris, having the proper fitting.
Yeah, the fitting's important. Even on a Peloton,
Yeah.
you should be fitted. Because when they drop that Peloton off at your house, they're just saying like, "Oh, how tall are you? All right, perfect.
This looks good.
We'll just screw it here. Oh yeah, you're good to go." But really, it's so many other elements that go into it, like your reach.
Yeah.
And like, do you have back pain, knee pain? Okay, let's make these adjustments. Those things aren't being asked by that Peloton tech that's dropping dropping it off at your house.
They ask for your credit card.
Send that bread.
Put
That's
it in.
it. Yeah,
Charge
that's
you
it.
for the app every
You
month.
take
too.
everything.
Every
Send
month,
that
bro. I was
bread.
like, I see this charge come up on my. I was like, what is this? Oh, the Peloton.
Even when you don't use it, Sway.
The Peloton
Yeah.
is, man, you just sits and makes money for its creator, boy. It's a great investment for them. We got Anthony on the line. He's a cyclist. Anthony, welcome to the show.
Hey, Anthony.
What's up, Sway?
Hey,
Tracy,
What up?
Heather, how y'all doing?
Doing
What's
great,
up, what's
man.
up?
So we got Gray Rizzy. You know Gray. Give him a round of applause. He holds it down.
What's up,
Chris,
Gray?
we got Chris and Chad with us. And
Hey, what up?
They're members of Black Watts, which is a cycling crew, a collective of individuals. It's open to all men of all walks of life, women as well, and kids.
What's up, Chris? What's up, Chad?
What's
going
up,
on?
Anthony? How you doing, brother?
Pretty good. Yeah, I've been racing. I mean, actually racing bikes, but I've been riding bikes my whole life. Biking is my first love, and I'm still doing it. I'm 53 years old. I've been doing it my entire life. I've raced BMX bikes.
Nice.
I race. I do a little mountain biking, downhill racing. I do some track riding. I do all the commuting. I ride with two groups. I race for GT Racers Edge and BMX. For commuting and hanging out. I ride with the Pittsburgh Major Taylor Cycling Club.
Shout out to
I
Major
also
Taylor.
belong
Shout out
to a
to Major
child
Taylor.
youth organization called the Ruach Cycling Club. So, man, biking's my life. So when I saw you guys doing this, I'm like, I'm dialing in.
That's
Thank you,
what's up.
man.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Anthony.
you calling
you.
in.
We really
So
appreciate you.
maybe there's Black Watts is a growing organization, right?
Yeah,
and then I'm sure you guys have a network that goes across the country now, right?
Yep.
Just about,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yep. So where are you located, Anthony? You in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I live in Pittsburgh. Yep. Been here my entire life.
Maybe a Black Watts chapter in Pittsburgh.
There it is.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit
fire.
If there's
blackwatts.cc.
not, we're
Join
going to
now.
look into getting one.
There it
Yeah,
is.
holla at us. Let's do
Blackwatts.cc,
it.
man. That's all it takes.
Blackwatts.cc. And thank you for your call, man. You're a super citizen. Go ahead and do that.
Oh, Sway in the morning. Yo, how much
Thank you.
are these bikes about? Like the best bike, because
Uh-oh.
they
Come on,
are a
Tracy.
pretty
You got
penny.
the Tracy. You got the right
Tracy.
ones, baby. They right here. Yeah.
Right.
We
Yo,
gotta
man.
financially
Starting
prepare
trouble.
because it
Man.
ain't like the ones you asked for when you was 10.
These ain't those city bikes.
These
They
ain't no
gave it to me.
ain't no swing frames here, huh?
They're in trouble.
Listen, don't you know that meme? They gave it to me. That's what I tell my wife all the time. They
But
gave
it's
it to
an
me.
investment, and it's
No,
worth
it is.
it.
It is
It
an
is
investment.
Is it
definitely.
more than a Peloton?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Give us a range.
Really?
So now,
Jesus.
given the contraction that has happened in the industry, your entry level bike will probably cost you about $2,500, I think.
Okay.
$2,500 to $3,000.
Man, just answer the question.
And no, I got.
You know what she want to hear. She know what she want to know.
Can I do it the right way?
Chris Walker her into it. Go
Low,
ahead.
low end,
And then-
high end.
And then
Yeah.
on the high end, it can be $15,000, $16,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, I want to thank Black Watts for coming by today.
Ah.
joking.
You know what I learned about this in riding with Black Watts, there's a lot of information that goes between all of us, right? All of the riders. And in cycling, it's one of the rare sports that you can become a pro overnight by just going to the store and buying your bike.
Yeah.
You know, in a lot of cases, like if you want to be a pro basketball player, a pro baseball player, a pro football player, it takes time. It takes over 10,000 hours, a whole lot of weights, a whole lot of training. In cycling, you could go to the store, drop $15,000, and you look like a pro.
Yep.
It does not mean, though, that you're going to cycle like one.
That's facts.
That's the biggest difference. And I see a lot of people who have gone out there, they've bought and they've invested in a bike because they think the bike is going to do all the work, and that's not the case. It's going to make it a little easier. But if you're going to spend $15,000, I would say go ahead and get the entry-level bike and work your way up.
Okay, but then I also say look at it like this. That's a different kind of investment. You're investing in your health. There's nothing more valuable
Say
than
it
that.
again, Sway.
That's a different kind of investment. You're invested in your health.
Yeah.
Right? And that holds a lot more value than a chain or a car or whatever material item that you probably purchased that sits there and doesn't appreciate. By cycling, your health appreciates the same way property does. All right? You improve your health, you maybe longevity in your life, quality of life, so on and so forth. And I do think as men, especially as we reach, a child of the 70s, we have to find different ways to exercise, to stretch, to move. And cycling is an easy way to do it, but it also challenges you. So I want to suggest to all our listeners, first of all, Saturday, if you could come out and join this Black Watts Day. This is taking place where?
In Orange, New Jersey. Metcalf Park.
Metcalf Park.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. They're going to do, how long is it, a 20-mile ride?
20-mile ride.
20-mile ride. That ain't, it sounds big, but that doesn't take long at all.
It's not like running 20 miles.
It's not.
It's 10 miles out and 10
miles back. And you're going to feel so great because you're going to finish it, and then you're going to have the rest of your day to recover or do whatever else you want to do.
Well, that's a good point because the rest of the day is based around family.
Yep. So we have the family event afterwards, which will have face painting, bounce houses, and the food trucks. So you can invite the whole family out.
Yeah, a good pre-Father's Day celebration.
Yes,
absolutely.
That's exactly
Tracy
what it's
gets
about.
it.
Saturday, 8 a.m., New Jersey, Metcalf Park. Show up, support Black Watts Cycling Organization.
Yes. And this
Black
is a
Watts
social
Cycling
ride.
Inc.
Yes, this is
Black
This is
Watts.
a social ride. This is not a race.
Black White Cycling Club is BWCC.
Cycling Club.
Yes.
Cycling
Yes.
Club. I like club. I was trying to rename y'all.
He's about to get hit with a Rico. Oh, my
So
God.
yeah. Black Watch Cycling Club. Chad, Chris, thank you.
Thank you for
being
for
on the
having
show.
us, Tracy. Sway, thank you so much. We
Our
really
pleasure.
appreciate it.
I think we need to make Sway and Tracy like.
Yeah,
we
I
have-
think
we
it's
have
time
something
for
you guys. We have something for you guys.
We got to make them official members,
we
man.
got
I'm
some
ready.
gifts for you.
Oh,
Okay, I'm
we
ready.
didn't see this coming.
And then while they're doing that, we want to thank Jessica Nabongo for being on the show today.
Yes, her book, The Catch Me If You Can, is available everywhere.
On Amazon. Make sure you get it off Amazon, too. Let's make it a bestseller. I want to thank DJ Drake for joining us today live in the studio. Thank you, family.
DJ Drake.
DB, we got you, brother.
Right,
We got
make
you,
sure you hit
DB.
them up at DJ Drake. Nicole, thank you for coming by.
Yes.
Thank you for introducing me to my niece. All right, Tracy, how can they reach you?
Citizens, it's been a fantastic week. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram at @ItsTracyG, ITSTRACYG. And happy Juneteenth and a happy Father's Day.
Thank you, Tracy. You want to reach out to B? It's the Happy Hour WHB. Hit her up, and then all Warrior fans, go ahead and hit her up, and all Celtics fans.
Go Dubs. Go
man.
Dubs.
Okay,
Go Dubs.
Here we go.
y'all played great. Thank you for the scrimmages. I think we're sharper now. You
Get
know,
him, Sway, get him.
appreciate y'all. Thank you, Celtics fans, calling up here. Celtics in 6. Defense wins championships.
Get 'em.
Not anymore.
Get him.
Not anymore. You better stop playing. I'm from the Bay Area. Y'all know what it is. Stop playing with me. Blow the Whistle will be the last song we play today. Get that shit ready, Tone. Great Rizzy, thank you, brother. I love you, man.
Always, bro.
And the way you drive the ship
Thank
is
you.
impeccable.
We out here.
Okay?
We out here
Absolutely.
for real.
We out here. Come on, man. Anybody else? Shout out to.
Where can they find
Oh,
out
can I say this?
individually?
Yeah.
Can the team please follow the team right now on IG at Black Watts
Yes.
Cycling?
Yes.
At Black
Yes.
Watts Cycling.
Let's do that.
I need
Yes.
every citizen to follow at Black Watts, WATTS Cycling.
Cycling.
Shout out to DB. They can reach DB at.
It's really DB.
Yeah. There it is. Great. All right. Tone.
On all platforms, Tone W.
Okay. Once again, I'm Real Sway across the board. See you tomorrow.
No, see you Tuesday.
No, Metcalf Park, 8
Oh,
a.m.
yeah, that's right.
Be there.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Black Watch Day. Get out of here. All right. On that note, fake Celtics fan, we have nothing left to say.